Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have very special person. He's my good friend. So he is General Secretary of GenSec of RUSU. So RUSU is
Hi everyone, I'm Dweep Shah. I'm studying Masters of Marketing and the General Secretary of RUSU. So RUSU is pretty much the student union of RMIT University. That is what it stands for. So RMIT University Student Union, in short RUSU.
so today I'm gonna take his little bit kind of interview. So I'm just gonna ask him questions about RUSU. So let's begin with our questions.
Mhm.
So how are you today, Deep?
Not too bad, just chilling and had some interviews in the morning. After that, we had some meetings, and now I'm just looking forward to the event that we have tonight.
RUSU has every Thursday some events for whole out a year. So that's great. So Deep, I have got some questions for you.
Yeah.
So can you explain little bit more about RUSU? What does RUSU do for students?
So RUSU, as I said earlier, is the student union for RMIT.
Yeah.
We are here for the students, so we get elected by the students, and our logo is pretty much for the students by the students. So pretty much we are here to help students with any issues they have during their stay in RMIT. So like if you have issues with education, if you have issues with like socializing with people, we have like socializing events. If you have issues with like food or support, or even having issues with like housing, we are there. We help you out with that. We provide like free breakfast. We also provide like emergency housing supports for a couple of days and stuff like that.
That's great. So I want to add that if someone is having problems in academics, so so RUSU is gonna support them as well, right?
Yes, so we have a service called Student Rights.
Yeah.
That is there for like any issues you have with any of the academics, like if your teacher is not treating you right,
Yeah.
if you think that they are being a bit racist towards you, or like you're not getting the marks that you deserve,
Yeah.
or like even if you're having issues with special consideration, even though it is a legit reason,
Yeah.
you can come to us. You can tell us your issues, and we can help you out with that.
That's nice. So, how if I want to get into the RUSU, how would I get into the RUSU?
So for getting into RUSU, we have elections every year.
Yeah.
It's nearly around September second week.
Yeah.
So that is pretty much after the second semester midterm breaks. So after that, we have like elections where you can run with a ticket or you can stand individually, and the people who get elected run for RUSU representatives.
That's nice. So, adding to the more questions, I just want to know: does RUSU affect your personal life?
Not exactly. It will only affect if you let it affect it. Like, yes, uh, right now I'm the GenSec, right? So GenSec and President have like different roles. It's like pretty much a full-time role for us.
Yeah.
But if you're like any other OBs or like Gen Reps or anything, you wouldn't have that much to do. Like you'll have, if you're an office bearer, you'll have a department to handle. But that still doesn't mean that you'll be working here 24/7 pretty much.
Yeah.
So you'll still be able to balance your work and
Yeah.
social life, and if needed, you can still work somewhere else. If you want extra money, you can still do that. Like you'll still have time for that.
Oh, that depends. Are you domestic or international students? Because international students have just got 24 hours per week, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But RUSU is considered honorarium, so it's not exactly considered in those 24 hours.
Oh, that's great. So, are you an international student or domestic student?
Okay, I am from India, but I've lived most of my life in New Zealand, so I'm considered a domestic student here because New Zealand and Australia are like sister countries.
Yeah.
So if you're like a citizen in either one of the places, you're a citizen at the other place.
So, how RUSU is the biggest body of RMIT, right?
In a way, like RMIT is a university, and RUSU is like, yes, a body which is pretty big, and it is a separate entity from RMIT itself. We are incorporated, so we come under RMIT, but we don't come under RMIT, if that makes sense.
And so it means RUSU is a different body and RMIT University is a different body,
Yes.
right? Yeah. So do you have any approx idea how much clubs are under RUSU?
We should. So there are clubs that are still not under RUSU, which are like sports club and everything that comes under RMIT. But RUSU handles like most of the cultural clubs and a lot of other clubs.
Hmm.
We should have around like 50 to 60 clubs under us.
That's huge, right?
Yeah.
That's great. So, what is stage after RUSU? What is next step after RUSU?
It depends on what way you are asking. Like RUSU is a student union, and over here, student unions have a big impact.
Yeah.
So, like, if you want to be in politics, you
Yeah.
can still go further. Like, this is like student politics right here. This is like a stepping stone. You can go into NUS,
Yeah.
which is like the National Union of Students. So, that is pretty much like a body that oversees all the student unions in Australia. But if you don't want to go in politics, you'll also have a lot of opportunities to go elsewhere as well, because being in RUSU means that you kind of have leadership experience.
Yeah.
So because you are kind of handling a big cohort of students. So
Actually.
if you take a look, RMIT has what, around 88,000 students, and there are only 28 reps from that. So pretty
Yeah.
much you are representing, representing all of those students. So it also comes towards your leadership skills.
So it means like 28 seats are for RUSU, right?
Yeah.
Only 28. Yeah, that's great. So two biggest are President and GenSec.
That is yes.
Yeah.
So on the top comes President GenSec, then we have office bearers, then we have like city representatives, or like campus representatives,
Yeah.
not city. Then we have like general representatives as well. So yeah, that's how the order goes pretty much.
So, can you tell about like, isn't there any political party also included in this students union and all?
It depends on what university it is,
Yeah.
because as I told you earlier, we have tickets. That
Yeah.
means like we have a team running.
Yeah.
So there are some teams that are politically inclined with some parties,
Yeah.
but there are also teams that are not.
Yeah.
So it doesn't always mean that someone or the other is politically inclined somewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, so pretty much they can be or cannot.
Okay. So, how many parties in this RUSU?
We used to have three.
Yeah.
Like in the recent years, before that we used to have more.
Mm.
So right now we just have like Together, which is the party I ran from,
Okay.
and Social Justice. But if you just go like a couple years ago,
Yeah.
we also used to have Momentum,
Okay.
which is not there anymore. So pretty much at the moment in RUSU, the two big parties that run are Social Justice and Together.
Yeah, that's great. And you are from Together, right?
Yes,
Yeah. Together, go together.
go together.
So, like, means if someone want to make career in politics, this is a base. This is a good way to start.
Yes, so it's always good to start at lowest level.
Yeah.
And student politics is it. You can't always consider it like the lowest level, but it is also somewhere you can start.
Yeah.
It is like a stepping stone. You get to learn a lot about politics and everything. So from here you can go to like the higher levels, and if you are like really keen on being like a politician, like I'd say like student politics is the best way to begin.
Like RUSU is in RMIT, so different universities have different bodies of their own student union, right?
Yes.
So, like for example, UniMelb has USU.
AMSU. So
AMSU.
it's University of Melbourne Student Union.
Okay, so like every university has something. Not every
Yes.
university, means mostly.
No,
big-
I'm pretty sure most of the universities have a student union. Yes.
Oh, that's great. So, just one last question. While going into the RUSU or Together or anything, so there will be conflicts among each other, right?
Yes and no. As I told you earlier, like okay, for a position if you are running, right, there's
Mhm.
always gonna be competition.
Yeah.
But because there's competition doesn't mean that there is gonna be conflicts.
Yeah.
But as I told you earlier, there are some politically inclined teams.
Yeah.
If there are some teams that are like polar opposite of each other, there is then gonna be conflicts.
So, if you guys have any question about student politics, not about just RUSU, you have any questions about RUSU student politics, do let us know in comments. So I will be, I'll try my best to help you out. So that's all for today. Thank you, Deep, so much for your time. I'm making it formal though, but you're my good friend. Thank you so much for your time. Okay, bye. See ya.
See ya. And also make sure to hit the bell icon and subscribe.
Oh, thank you.